guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to solve day 11 problem of this month on Leetcode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. So today I am going to solve problem number 1568, minimum number of days to disconnect island. Okay, so this problem is marked hard by Leetcode, but I'm going to say that this problem is of easy level, right? As we have already solved one problem, number of islands, right? So this problem is little bit similar to that problem. Okay, so in this problem you are given m into n binary grid. Okay, so this binary grid given to us, where 1 represents land and 0 represents water, and island is a maximum for directionally connected groups of ones. Okay, so horizontally or vertically, right? The grid is said to be connected if we have exactly one island. Okay, so this is important line. So our grid is connected if we have exactly one island, otherwise is said disconnected. Okay, so if we have 0 number of islands, then it is disconnected. If we have greater than 1 number of islands, then it is disconnected. If we have just one island, then it is connected. Okay, and this is not required, right? Because we need to find minimum number of days to disconnect island. Okay, so if there is just one island, then we need to check further. Okay, so in one day we are allowed to change any single land cell into water cell. Okay, so 1 to 0, and we have to return the minimum number of days to disconnect the grid. Okay, so here this is grid given to us, right? So 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 0 0, right? This is grid given to us. Okay, so here in this grid, first we are going to calculate the number of islands we have. So I am going to write the same code that we have used to for solving the problem number of islands. Okay, so here first let's see how many number of islands are there. Okay, so this is land. Okay, 1 means land, so this is connected horizontally with this one. Okay, this one is connected vertically with this one, this one is connected horizontally with this one, this one is connected vertically with this one. Okay, so this is just one island. Okay, so this is problem. Okay, because now this is a connected, this grid is connected. Okay, but we need disconnected grid. Okay, so now if I just change this one to 0, okay, and this one to 0, then see, from this one if I go top to the left side, bottom, or to the right side, okay, there is no other land. Okay, so this is one island. Okay, same for this one. If I go up, right, bottom, left, there is no land. Okay, so this is one more island. Okay, so now we have 2 islands. Okay, so if we have 2 islands, that simply means greater than 1, then this is disconnected grid, right? So here we need at least 2 days to get a disconnected grid, right? So first day for this one, second day is for this one, right? Change land grid 1 1, grid 0 to water, and get 2 disconnected islands. Okay, so that is why my output is 2 here. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear. Now see this example. Okay, so this is just one island. Okay, connected grid, so this is problem. Okay, so now let's change it to 0. Okay, so if I just change this to 0, then we have again just one island. This is not good. Okay, so if we have just one island, then it is connected. Okay, so this is problem. So if I change it to 0, then we have no islands. Okay, so if we have no islands, then simply means disconnected. Okay, so 2 days. So I hope that you guys are clear with these 2 examples. Okay, so now let's see the code for this one. Okay, so first, this is a method that we need to solve first, right? Int min days. Okay, so in this method I'm first calculating the number of rows, number of columns. Okay, then I am finding the number of islands. Okay, so in this numbers of islands method, I am passing my grid m number of rows and n number of columns. Okay, then in this variable, I am getting the number of islands I have. So if I have 0 number of islands or greater than 1 islands, that simply means disconnected grid, right? So in that case we have to simply return 0, right? Okay, so I hope that this line is clear. Okay, and one more thing here, let's suppose this is one grid, okay, and here all the elements are 1. So this is nothing but my connected grid, right? Because number of islands is 1 in this case. Okay, so now to make this as disconnected grid, I need islands greater than 1, right? So if I just change this to 0, okay, then again this is just one island, okay, because from this one I can go vertical to this one, from this one I can go horizontal to this one, okay. So again it is only one island, okay. So if I change this to 0 and this to 0, now we have two islands. This is one island that we have, and this is one other island, okay. So from here one thing is clear, that my 2 is going to be one of my output. So every time, since we have to turn the minimum number of days, right? So every time whenever I am going to change any 2 lands into water, I will get a result every time, okay. You consider any example, okay, you consider any example. In 2 number of days we will get our perfect answer, okay. See this example, number of islands in this one. So number of islands here is again 1, okay, since all these ones are connected either horizontally or vertically, okay. So if I just change this to 0, then we have 2 islands, right? Then we have 2 islands. So here I'm what is the output that I'm going to get for this example? 1, okay. So from here I can get my answer 1, I can get my answer 2, or I can get my answer 0 if all the lands are 0 is in the starting itself, okay. Or if in the starting itself we have more than 1 islands, okay, then in that case we have to return 0. So I am only going to get the answer among these 3 values, okay. My answer is going to be 0, or it is going to be 1, or it is going to be 2. There is no other case, okay. I can't get the answer like 3, 4 or anything, okay. Every time I'm going to get my answer is 0, 1 or 2, because 2 is the max possibility, okay. So if I just change any 2 cells to 0, every time I will get 2 islands, okay. You can try this example or any other example. So we can't get 3 as our answer anytime, okay. So here this is what I'm checking first. So if my islands is equal to 0 or islands greater than 1, then return 0, okay. And in the else part, okay, so first see how we are solving this method, number of islands, okay. So here number of islands, so here I'm passing my grid 2D array, number of rows I am passing, number of columns I am passing. So here I am checking this boolean 2D visited array to check if I have already visited that cell or not, okay. So here my count is equal to 0, then here I am running my loop, 2 loops, and inside this I am checking if I have visited this cell or not. And if the value of grid is equal to 1, that simply means that if it is land. So if it is land, then I have to visit the neighbors of this land, okay. So if it is 1, then I have to visit its neighbors as well, right? Okay, so that is why I am calling this method DFS, okay. And inside this DFS I am just going to check for the boundary conditions, okay, and I am going to mark that particular cell as visited, okay. And then I am calling the DFS on the nearby ones, okay. For this one I visited, let's suppose for this one I have visited this one, then for this one I have to check left, right, up, down, okay, all these things. So this is nothing but my DFS method, okay. So we have already implemented this method in the number of islands problem, okay. I'm going to give the link in the description of my YouTube channel, just go there and watch it, okay. So in this way we are going to get the number of islands, okay. So this is the method to get the number of islands, okay. So here once we get the number of islands, then after that I'm going to check if by just changing any one cell to 0 can I get 2 islands. So this is the else part for that one. Okay, this is the else part for this one. So again I'm checking all the cells one by one. If that particular cell is land, then I am making it to water. Okay, so that's what I did here, make it to water. Then again I'm checking the number of islands that I'm going to get after converting it to water. Okay, I'm calling this method. Now I'm check again, reverting back my changes. Okay, after that again I'm changing it to back to 1. Okay, and then I'm checking if islands is equal to 0 and greater than 1. Okay, so if I get islands 2, okay, with this, then I am just going to return 1. Okay, so here from here I am just going to return 1. Okay, that's it. But if I didn't get this condition is not satisfied, then in the end I am just going to return 2. Okay, so that's it. So I am always going to get my output in these three numbers, 0, 1 and 2. 2 is the max possibility. Okay, with 2 we will always get the result. Okay, if it is not possible with just 1. Okay, so now let's run the code and see if there are any code issues. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So time complexity for this problem is going to be of m into n square. Okay, of m into n square. And why so? See here, in this loop, okay, we are running for m and we are running it for n times, m into n. Then inside this I am calling this method number of islands, and this number of islands is also running for m into n. Okay, so m into n into m into n is going to give me m into n square. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem. If you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding, keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.